This is RTA 25 News, Saturday morning.
There's some headlines for this morning, some details on the Metro Rock Island shutdown that'll happen next weekend on the south side. Plus, CTA officials make some weekend service changes. Also, an agreement with the CTA to bring the Chicago Market Grocery Co-op and community space, and a survey on commuters and traffic. Good Saturday morning, everyone. Welcome to RTA 25 News Saturday morning. I'm Rondell Ross. Metro announced earlier this week that there will be a shutdown on the Rock Island train lines next Saturday. According to Chairman Jim Derwinski, he said, and quote, "We understand that this will inconvenience some of our customers, but track projects like this are absolutely essential to maintaining safe and high-quality rail service. In this case, taking the branch line out of service for those 2 days will allow us to replace significantly more ties in a shorter period of time, thereby limiting the overall impact to our communities and customers and making much more efficient use of our workforce." A total of 10,000 ties will be replaced during the project, which began on Friday, May the 4th, and will continue through Sunday of June 10th. Throughout the replacement project, midday off-peak trains on the Beverly branch will experience delays up to 10 minutes en route. You can find the complete schedule of the trains affected on Metro's website. Workers will also replace the pedestrian crossings along the branch, including any rail that shows signs of deterioration due to salt spreading on the crossings during the winter months. The service will not be happening on the Beverly branch. The mainline Rock Island trains will make additional stops at 103rd Street, Washington Heights, 95th Street, Longwood, and Gresham to accommodate branch line customers on those dates. For more information, you can log on to Metro's website at metrorail.com. On Wednesday, Mayor Rahm Emanuel announced that the CTA has approved an agreement to bring Chicago Market, a grocery co-op, and community space to the historic Gerber building in the Wilson Red Line station. The new market will at least provide CTA customers and local residents access to local fresh food, and was made possible by the $203 million reconstruction of the Wilson station. Mayor Rahm Emanuel said, and quote, "The CTA Wilson station helps thousands of Chicagoans get to work and school each day in driving new development, jobs, and opportunity in your communities. In our communities, I should say. By rebuilding Wilson and partnering with local businesses like the Chicago Market, CTA has brought a new anchor for economic development in the neighborhood that will benefit from the community in the years to come." The Chicago Market was selected following a comprehensive request for a proposal process. The lease will be 10 years in length with a 2 to 5 year renewable options. Chicago Market expects to begin work immediately on transforming the empty space and expects to take the build out about 18 months. Chicago Market will be hosting a community gathering and information session today. Coming up on RTA 25 News Saturday morning returns, we'll have your service changes for the weekend. Also, your travel times when we return.
Rondell Ross, weekdays beginning at 5.
Welcome back. The CTA has some service changes for today and tomorrow. There will be a boarding change at the Damon and Clark Lake on the Blue Line, and that ends until 4 o'clock today, but it will happen again tomorrow night at 11 o'clock and will last till Thursday. Tomorrow on the 103 West 103rd Street route, there will be a reroute during the Beverly Breast Cancer Walk that happens from 7 to 11 or until the completion. The buses will operate via 103rd, Vincennes, Monterey, 111th Street, Western, and 103rd. Route 146 Interdrive Michigan Express will be rerouted due to the Chicago Autism Speaks Walk. Southbound buses will operate via Columbus, LSD, 18th Street, and Museum Campus Drive to McFetteridge, and then continue the normal route on Museum Campus. Northbound buses will operate via Museum Campus, Waldron Drive, LSD, and Columbus to McFetteridge, then continue the normal route to Columbus. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back with the RTA 25 News Saturday morning. Another reroute happening tomorrow on the route number 152 Addison begins at 8 a.m. until noon. Eastbound buses will operate via Addison, Halsted, Broadway, Irving Park, Inner LSD, and West Sheridan, ending their trips on Lakeshore Drive. Westbound buses will operate in the opposite direction. For more information, log on to transitchicago.com or subscribe to the CTA alerts for info in advance. Finally, here this Saturday, apparently, Chicago commuters are most likely to be happy behind the wheel. That's all. According to a new survey, most Chicagoans are likely to spend their drives listening to music or singing. Many disagree based on the congestion and travel times based on the city streets, highways, and expressways. Other commuters in Atlanta are the least likely to be annoyed or angry when they're spending their time driving, but are most likely to speed. Drivers in LA gate their commutes and are most likely to be stressed behind the wheel. Houston Texans are most likely to say their commuters, our fellow drivers, are courteous, but admit they are being distracted by their phones. And last but not least, Washington, D.C. commuters are most likely to feel annoyed, angry, and exhausted while driving, and prone to take out their frustrations by using swears or profanity. And I'll have to say, those surveys are pretty odd, but I've never in my angry life have I actually seen that on the news. Thank you for watching RTA 25 News Saturday morning, everyone. Our next newscast begins right here later on today.